What's good, everybody? It's your boy Eddie here, and welcome back to the channel, and I hope you're all having a wonderful day. And for today's video, we're going to be reviewing a very special and limited edition pair of sneakers. But before we even continue this video, guys, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below, as well as that notification bell. And if you are already subscribed to the channel, definitely be sure to share with your friends and family, because we are currently at 5,900 subscribers, literally less than 100 subscribers away from the 6K mark. So guys, definitely be sure to do that for your boy, because we are literally right there. And my goal for this year was to hit 6K, and we are legit right there. So with that being said, guys, let's just get right into what you came here for, which is none other than the Kith and New Balance made in the UK 991 V2 in the Madison Square Garden colorway. And guys, definitely let me know what you think about this sneaker in the comment section down below. Is it a cop or drop? For me, this is absolutely a cop because, one, I love the colorway. I'm not a big fan of orange all the time, but the subtle orange accents on the shoe with all of the sail details, that kind of stone white detail, and a little bit of blue and gray details on the sneaker definitely makes the shoe pop a lot and looks absolutely amazing on this 991 V2. But I want to hear what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. So with this being out of the way, guys, let's just briefly go over into the box details. And I do have to say that the box details on this collaboration is pretty simple, but it's not a problem for me at all. So when going towards the top of the box right here, you can see that we do have that New Balance logo right there. Then when going on to this side of the box, you can see that it does say made in the UK for 40 years. Then when going on to this side of the box, you can see made in the UK. The same thing of the 40 years follow suit right there. And then when going on to this side of the box right here, you can see the sticker tag, and it does read off as Kith X New Balance X Madison Square Garden. And the colorway shown is gray and beige. I could definitely see that, but obviously when it comes to MSG, you definitely got to put your oranges, you got to put your blues and all that type of stuff. But it only says gray and beige on the box, which I understand because that's primarily what the upper consists of. And then when it comes to sizing, I went with my true to size of a men's size 8. And then when comparing other type of New Balance silhouettes for reference, I would say to go with whatever your size is in the New Balance 990 V3 as well as the 990 V4s. Those are the only ones I could think of off the top of my head. But actually, when I think about it, you can also go with whatever your natural sizing is for the 9060s. Go with that as well, because it fits pretty similar to that as well. Now with that being out of the way, guys, let's just get right into the inside of the box details. And when we open this lid right here, you can see that we do have a blurb right there, and it does state that authentically crafted in Fimbly, UK for over 40 years. New Balance made in UK is designed without compromise. This pair represents our unwavering commitment to those who walk their own path. And then when going onto the inside of the box right here, you can see that we do have our standard white wax tissue paper with some New Balance branding all over that. So with that being out of the way, guys, let's just get right into the inspiration behind the shoe. And I do have to say that the inspiration behind the sneaker is actually pretty simple. So with the silhouette right here, we do have the New Balance 991 in its V2 version and the original V1 version released back in 2001 for a made in USA collection. And I do have to say, guys, with the materials on the shoe, well, obviously, just to put it out the way, this is the made in UK version, but I do have to say that the materials on this sneaker is absolutely supreme. The suede and nubuck feels absolutely phenomenal. The mesh details, the comfort, the sizing, everything feels great, so you don't have to worry when it comes to the retail price. And if you weren't able to get it for the retail price, then the resale price isn't too bad, because they are using premium materials on this sneaker. And then when focusing more onto the inspiration behind the shoe itself, it is inspired by Madison Square Garden. That's pretty much why you can see a lot of the New York Knicks colorways. That's why you have your whites, you have your oranges, you have your blues, which are a little bit more subtle on the sneaker, but they do have it on the laces, which I'll get into later into the details of the sneaker. And with that pretty much being said, that's gonna conclude all the inspiration behind the shoe. So now let's just get right into the details of it. So looking at this toe box area right here, you can see that we do have an all match toe box, which is great for breathability and comfort. Then when looking towards the left and right sides of the toe box, you can see that we do have these synthetic overlays on the shoe. However, something else to note is the fact that these are 3M panels. So if you were to flash your light on it, it would definitely bright up and make the shoe way more visible, which is going to make the shoe pop, obviously. Then when going on to the mudguard of the shoe, you can see that we do have it in this buttery suede, and it does have that backstroke motion, which basically means that it changes color depending on the direction that you push the suede in, which means that this is definitely high quality suede. Then when going towards the top of the shoe, now you can see that we do have this plastic Dubré right here that does say Kith on it in this translucent detail. Then when focusing onto the laces right under that, you can see that we do have these 3M orange laces, which I think is very awesome and is going to make the shoe pop. However, we get 2 extra pair of laces, which actually comes in this kind of beige or sail colorway. as well as this royal blue detail, which of course is part of the Knicks colorway, as well as Madison Square Garden. Then we're moving towards the top of the shoe now. You can see that we do have this beautiful soft mesh tongue right here. And then we have this 3M tongue tab right here, which just says New Balance 991 V2 made in England. And I think that this is a very nice touch. And something else to note is that this 3M looks very different in comparison to the other 3Ms that I have seen. When you actually shine it in certain directions, it gives this kind of rainbow effect on the 3M, which I haven't really seen before on a New Balance, but I think this is a very dope touch. I forgot what Nike sneakers I reviewed last year. Was it the Powerpuff Girls where it had this 3M detail on it, but it was more of like a rainbow colorway? I think it might have been the Bubbles Powerpuff Girls sneakers, if I'm not mistaken. It's been almost a year since I reviewed those, so I'm not sure. But it was one of those reviews that I did around November, December time of last year where it actually did that. So I do love that it does have this detail right here. And it is very subtle. You're probably not gonna see it on the camera, but if you have it in hand, you'll definitely know what I'm talking about. Then when going on to the lateral side of the shoe right here, you can see that we are greeted with that beautiful beige buttery suede upper right there with this small New Balance end detail right here in this 3M touch. Then we do have a synthetic orange underlay as well, which I think is a pretty nice touch. And then when moving towards the back of the shoe now, you can see that we do have this Kith logo right here in this Madison Square Garden blue detail. And it is also covered in this 3M detail, which again is going to make the shoe flashy and pop a lot. Then when going towards the back heel area of the shoe now, you can see that we have that V2 detail that is embroidered in blue, and then it is surrounded by an orange stitching. But it also has a 3M touch to it as well, which is going to make the shoe pop. And then finally, guys, when going onto the medial side of the shoe, the same thing pretty much follows with as the lateral side. So we do have that beige suede upper, as well as that 3M end detail with the orange underlay. Now in focusing onto the midsole of the shoe, you can see that we do have that 991 V2 midsole, as well as this Absorb SBS detail right here, which is a pretty nice touch. And when you put the sneakers on, it feels so comfortable. The upper has this kind of sock-like fit to it, but of course it's not even broken in yet, and it still feels great, which is something that I truly enjoy about these sneakers right here. And then when focusing onto the outsole of the shoe, you can see that we do have this unique 991 V2 traction pattern right here. However, in the center, we do have this fuel cell technology, which is what New Balance uses on a lot of their modern running shoes, which is a pretty nice detail to note. And then when actually looking at the top of the outsole right there, we do have that endurance logo, which basically means that this outsole is going to last you for a very long time, and they usually come with a warranty, but I don't think that with these collaboration pieces these warranties are going to work. I could be wrong, I've never tested that out, but that's just something else that I want you guys to know. And pretty much with that being said, guys, we're almost done with this review, but I do want to show you one final detail, which is none other than the insoles of the shoe right here. So on the left insole, you can see that we do have this all blue insole right here, and then at the bottom we do have this orange detail that does say Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena, and then at the bottom of that it does say Kith as well. And then when moving on to the right insole here, you can see that it does say New Balance and Feig. Obviously New Balance is New Balance, and then Feig is the last name of the creator of Kith, Ronnie Feig. So I think that is a very nice detail on how Ronnie kind of just subtly puts his name onto things, but just lets the shoe and the collaboration and colorway speaks for itself. And pretty much with that being said, guys, that's going to conclude the details as well as the history of the shoe. So now let's get right into this on full look, guys. Alright, y'all, so that's going to conclude the review as well as the on full look, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making it for y'all. Definitely let me know what you think about this Kith Ronnie Feig New Balance 991 V2 made in England in the Madison Square Garden colorway. Guys, I definitely want to hear y'all thoughts in the comment section down below. Is it a cop or a drop? Definitely after you've seen all of the review details, the materials, and the craftsmanship, I want to hear what y'all think about the sneaker in the comment section down below. It is absolutely a cop for me, but I definitely want to hear what y'all really think down below. And pretty much with that being out of the way, guys, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you already subscribed to the channel, definitely be sure to share with your friends and your family so that they can subscribe. Guys, we are at that 5,900 mark. Less than 100 subscribers at this point to reach my 6K milestone. So please, guys, I truly would appreciate it if you guys would share with your friends and your family. And pretty much with that being said, guys, that's gonna conclude the whole entire review. So I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.